Coal sales from South Africa to Europe have significantly increased in the first 6 months of 2022 amid the growing energy crisis in Europe. Supply constraints in major coal-producing regions resulted in the price of terminal coal increasing to unprecedented levels. Now, despite this development, the coal industry was hit by a huge setback by a strike conducted by its workers, which disrupted operations. Let's have more details of that in this report.
Europe is facing a winter of discontent. Gas prices have skyrocketed, leaving consumers out of pocket. With the cold settling in, there's a greater rush to ensure enough energy supplies.
At the start of the year, we saw coal prices below 150 per ton, and after the start of the Russia-Ukraine war, coal prices increased quite significantly. To date, they are up by 132% due to the disruption of gas flows from Russia to European countries, and of course, ahead of the Northern Hemisphere winter, the demand for coal has increased as those countries will rely a bit more on coal-fired power stations this year than they did in the past.
With sanctions on Russia, Europe has turned to South Africa. South African coal exporters were enjoying the rally until the Transnet strike.
According to some of the research and statistics, the strike has costed the mining sector in excess of 6 billion a day with regards to lost income as well as lost profit, compounded to over 50 billion already, which is lost in the current financial year. Once there's no port workers, there are no freight workers, there are no rail workers, and there are no port handling workers available to actually handle all incoming cargo as well as outgoing cargo for export.
European demand for thermal coal is up 27% this year. Last year, South Africa exported just over 2 million tons of coal to Europe. This year, exports have quadrupled. South Africa is the 7th largest coal producer in the world. It's the 5th biggest exporter. The country is heavily dependent on fossil fuels for both export revenues as well as power, as 90% of electricity is generated at coal-fired plants. Despite all of this, South Africa is also committed to moving away from coal towards cleaner energies.